I wanted to share some things that have happened to me since turning 21, and I think these things are pretty universal. So I think fellow young people might get something out of it. So 21 for me was the year when I finally decided I wanted time to slow down. And it's a funny switch because when you're a kid, you want time to speed up usually. You want to be a grown-up because being a grown-up seems super cool. And so you just can't wait until all of those exciting ages to be. And for me, being 21, that's when I was finally like, okay, that's it. Like, no more aging. I'm good to be this age for a while. You know, I wanted time to slow down. Of course, that's not how time works. It may seem a little strange. Maybe it doesn't happen to everyone when they are my age, but when I turned 21, I have started thinking a lot more about death, and how imminent it is, and how real it is. And this past year, I have for the first time started worrying about my parents dying. They've both reached their 60th birthdays, so for the first time ever in my little short life, I finally realized that that death is real, and that at some point my parents are going to die, and that it could happen relatively soon. It seems like it's just a recent past year that I've been thinking this. On the same line of thinking, another thing that has really struck a chord with me this past year is diseases that happen when you age, generally. I never had to worry about things like diabetes and cancer and heart disease, anything like that, because I was young. And now suddenly, being 21 years old, that's when reality strikes me that I actually do have to worry about those diseases now. I know I'm still young for a lot of them, but just somehow the reality of those diseases have really sunk in. When I was younger, it was very easy for me to dismiss them, you know? Something else that I've learned, but is on more of a positive scale, is realized more and more that adults, almost no matter how old they are, they generally don't know what they're doing, just like me. I always thought that adults have it all together and they have their life plan and their life all figured out. That's not the case at all. Most of the people I've talked to, they don't really know what they're doing from one year to the next, and they don't really have plans, and like things happen. Sometimes it seems like they're just as lost as we feel, so that's really encouraging. Maybe it's a pressure I put on myself, but this past year, I feel as I get older, I feel more and more pressure to get things figured out. Like figure out if I'm going to college or not, pick a career or pick some huge goal to go after. But more and more I just feel like I have to really decide what I'm doing with my life. Slowly, as you progress in age, you feel like you have less and less time to figure things out. Well, I always talk about something that I call ageism, which I think is a real term. I've always believed that ageism exists as in older people treating younger people a certain way. And I think younger people know what that way is, but just kind of like looking down on you, not giving you any respect, considering you as immature. But the past year to 2 years, slowly it's very strange to see a cool shift in the way that I've been treated by fellow adults. I find that I've gotten a lot more respect from adults, and it's something that I'm not even used to, but it feels really, really nice. So that's a positive of getting older. You finally feel like you're finally treated kind of like an equal as opposed to someone below others. The last thing that I've noticed as I get older and being 21 is that I've found that I have appreciated my parents more and my family more recently. Because I feel like when you're 18, if you're moved out, you just feel kind of a thrill to be on your own and out from your parents' control. After you're on your own for a while and suffer for a while, just with the daily responsibilities of adult living, you slowly start to appreciate things about your family that you wouldn't think of. Something else, that's all I have for today. Hopefully I will make another video soon.